Hello, welcome to Talk to Sati, your favorite relationship coach and friend. I discuss premarital, marital, and post-marital issues on this channel, and you have a lot to learn. So I urge you to like, comment, to share, and subscribe. Today, I want to discuss an interesting topic. Before you say I do, before you say what I do, before you eventually consider accepting that proposal or proposing to that person, what are the considerations you should check? That's what I want to give you. So today I'll be giving you 5 tips that you should check before you say I do. One, you have to answer the question, who am I? Who are you? It's about you first. Start from you. Who am I? What are my likes? What are my dislikes? Where am I in terms of my short, medium, and long-term goals? Where am I in the pursuit of those goals? How will the process of attaining those goals affect someone else who I bring into my life? You have to be clear with those goals. And then you need to know, what is your life revolved around? I mean, in terms of what principle? What principles are you building your life on? What's your philosophy to life? These questions are very key. If you can answer them and you are self-aware, you know what triggers you and what does not trigger you, and understand your person and personality and self before you bring someone else into your space, and ensure that the person has done the same thing and you know the same about the person. Then look at how the person relates with not just you, because they can pretend a lot around you, but look at how the person relates with their friends, with their colleagues. When their friends offend them, how do they react? Two, you need to check what? Background. Background is very key in marriages. So by background, I mean you need to check the person's ethnic background. Where is this person from? Listen, people from certain areas behave in certain ways. You can't rule it out. Go and check. No matter how cosmopolitan a society is, you will observe that the Chinese, they behave in a certain way. The Indians, they behave in a certain way. The Arabs, they behave in a certain way. The Nigerians, they behave in a certain way. In Nigeria, there are a lot of ethnicities. Each one, they behave in a certain way. So it's important that you understand your partner's ethnicity. Don't think that it's about him or about her. Understand her people, his people. How do they behave? What are their cultures? Are there unique cultures about them? Can I deal with that culture? How would that culture play in our marital space? Understand ethnic and cultural what? Background. Because it may play up later. Listen, when the chips are down, the tendency for people to fall back to their ethnic and cultural identity is very high. Then you also need to understand their religious inclination and background. How were they raised religiously? What about their family? What is their persuasion towards religion? And how are they? You need to understand these things. In addition, you need to also understand how they were raised. How they were raised is important, because most of the troubles you see in marriage comes from, this is not how I was raised. This is not what I grew up to know. This is what I used to know. This is not how I was raised, what I know, what I didn't know. So you need to understand how they were raised. What kind of family are they from? Are they a close-knit family? Is it a family where there's warmth and love? Or is it a family where nobody looks out for the other? Everybody's doing his thing. They live independently and they don't care. Such an arrangement has its own challenge, because there's nothing wrong in being independent. But if you are an independent in a way that does not complement, or in a way that is sarcastic, or in a way that is hateful, it is toxic. Such a person, if he finds himself or herself in marriage, if there are issues, they are not likely to want to settle. They want to keep holding their own. And there will be issues in marriage. Yes. So it's important to understand how they were raised and their family. 3, please discuss finance. Finance is very key in marriage. I don't care how you want to organize it, but please discuss it, and discuss it intentionally and consciously. It's not when you are carried away, when you are in the club. No, Discuss it intentionally and consciously. Are you going to do 50, 50, 60, 70, or you want to chest all the bills? Whatever you want to do, please discuss it in anticipation that there's a likelihood that your partner can also grow financially. Discuss it, because you are not marrying a fool. You're marrying someone who is also building a life. That is why I advise that couples should be open with their finances and plan together. When you plan on projects, when you understand family projects, in fact, I'm going to do a teaching on family projects. So stay tuned to this channel. I'm going to do a teaching on family projects and how families can achieve projects working what together. So I encourage couples to work together. If you see yourself as one, it is easier to excel, because you cannot be in marriage and still be doing individuality, because you came, I came, and we came together. So I encourage family planning on family projects. If you do that, you observe that you are open, you are closer, because in attaining projects, it's not just that you achieved it, but the process, you observe that you become close-knit. And that is the beauty of marriage. If you fail together. So, discuss finance. 4, please do all kinds of medical checks that you can think of. Just consult a medical practitioner. Let them guide you so that you understand if there is a challenge medically. You should know. You know if it's something you can deal with. You know, do a little research around it. I know it's something you can deal with. 5, when the children don't start coming immediately, what should you do? Do you separate? Do you go your separate ways, or do you stay close? How long should we wait before we get apprehensive, or before anxiety starts building in? You should answer those questions before you say what? I do. And lastly, that's not all, but lastly, for now, do you think you are a forgiving person? You have the capacity to forgive. Because there is a lot of, hey, Jesus, there is, because there is a lot of forgiving to do in marriage, a lot of annoyance, or sometimes unnecessary ones, all kinds of flimsy things that will just be flying. So you need to be a tolerant person. You need to be understanding before you can live with someone else. It cannot always be about you alone. If it's always about you, very soon your partner will start observing that, oh, you're always making it about you. And then they will start getting anxious, angry, and suddenly they start resenting you. So you need to be able to make some compromises here and there. I'm not talking about your baseline principle, but some compromises here and there, so that you can accommodate somebody in your space and have a healthy what? Relationship. Again, what is your family principle? What is your family value system as a family now? Because your family will run on your principles and your value system as a man. So you need to have one entrenched. If you have not developed one, start thinking. And then when children start coming, they need you. So you need to be able to communicate your family principle, not just to your partner, but also to your children when they start coming. So do you have one in place? Before you say I do, these discussions are critical. Whether you discuss some and you observe some. So please, before you say I do, make these your considerations. If these tips have helped you today, I want you to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And stay tuned to this channel, because I'll be dishing out more. And also use the anonymous link on this channel. Drop your relationship challenges. I will address them in subsequent sections. Until I come your way again, I remain your favorite relationship coach and friend, Sati.